first half. They come to him again to start the second half. Starts out slowly. He's trying too hard to help this team. He knows they need his help out there.
Armen Gilliam began his NBA career as a #1 draft pick of Phoenix, 2nd selection overall. Last year dealt to Charlotte for Kurt Rambis. Averaged just under 19 a game for the Hornets. Here's Jordan. And then Gilliam obtained in the deal for Mike Jaminski back in January. Here's Barkley, able to penetrate through 3 Chicago Bulls. Paxson stopped by Green. It is a 19-point Chicago lead. 2.5 in. Third quarter. Pippen from Cartwright.
When you run the type of offense that Chicago does for the entire season, they have a lot of confidence in ball movement. They have a great understanding of the shot clock and how much time is left on it. That time, great example right there. Patience paying off.
Biggest lead of the game, 21-point margin. Green had the uncontested reverse. Paxson going away to Gilliam. The 76ers calling for time.
See your nearest Honda dealer for details of the Accord lease program. By the big taste of Miller Genuine Draft Light. Big draft taste comes to life. And by Right Guard Sports Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
All right, welcome back to the Dodgers Stadium. This is Jamal Rashad. During that last timeout, Coach Jimmy Lannon is inserting Ron Anderson for offensive purposes. Too much load on Charles Barkley that needs some offense. Marv?
All right, Ahmad, the 76er bench so strong against the Bucks and very effective during the regular season against the Bulls, but nothing aside from Charles Barkley has worked today. It has been an early knockout delivered by the Bulls, led by as many as 20 in the first half. The Sixers made a run, but the Bulls on a rampage once again. They have outscored the Sixers 17-4 over the last 5 minutes. They've also hit their last 7 field goal attempts. That goes back to late in the second quarter. And here's Anderson. Played very well by Pippen. Hawkins for Barkley.
Even though the Sixers wound up with a score at the end, that was one great stretch of defense by Chicago there. Their rotations were terrific, but good ball movement by the 76ers.
Barkley has 29. You'll recall the conversation we had. There's a hold on Barkley. That's his 3rd foul. The conversation with Phil Jackson, he mentioned earlier that he felt his club was lackadaisical defensively in the last meeting between these two teams 3 weeks ago. Well, the message has been brought forth very clearly. That has not been the case here today.
No, they want them to know that we can shut you down whenever we want, and you're not getting back in this game as Michael Jordan continues down to the low post to just shoot over his opposition.
71-48. Unless there is a miraculous turn by the Sixers, this one is taking on the look of what the New York Knicks ran up against in Game 1 of the Bulls-Knicks series. What a shot by Barkley, who has 31. In Game 1 of the previous series, the Bulls beat the Knicks by 41, the worst loss in the history of the Knicks franchise in playoff competition. Grant. Very soft rim here in Chicago. Usually friendly, yes. And Mahorn was stopped. Good play by Pippen to break it up.
Another example of the great recovery. A blind pass. Barkley sees Mahorn under the basket, fires it through the entire defense, yet they recover. Barkley sees Mahorn, fires it. Watch the recovery here. A swipe as 2 Chicago players surround the ball.
Barkley spotting up against Grant. Now Cartwright over to help. Anderson. Ron Anderson has been quiet. He is only 2 for 7.
The guy that the Bulls are leaving alone at the defensive end is Rick Mahorn. They're doubling Barkley with Bill Cartwright, Mahorn's defensive player.
And Mahorn has been no threat. 0 for 2 from the field. Jordan for Grant. Bulls lead 73-52. And Ronnie Nunn indicating illegal defense for the third time today against Chicago.
We're right behind Michael Jordan. There is nowhere for him to go here, and somehow he finds a teammate under the rim. He just has such sensational hang time and the ability to see the entire floor.
And Michael Jordan in command in his matchup with Hersey Hawkins, who will shoot the technical. Bulls by 20 with 6:37 to go in the third. Anderson forced to work hard by Pippen. Here's Barkley splitting through, and he'll go to the line once again. An excellent defensive sequence by the Bulls. Horace Grant was called for his second.
One thing they're going to make Charles do is earn the points. They keep coming at him with the second man. He knows there's somebody behind him, but he's so strong that he's able to split two defensive players. You've got to get to him quickly, and you've got to try and keep a body on him, two bodies on him. That's why Phil Jackson has said, let's double him with big people as much as we can.
Barkley 11 for 12 for his 32, 11 for 12 from the foul line. And the Bulls now lead 73-55. Chicago Bulls 61-21 during the regular season, best record in the Eastern Conference. They are the 9th team in NBA history to win 60 games in a season. Michael Jordan with 25. And again, a 20-point Chicago lead.
Jordan down in the hole, posting up, knows he can shoot it over the top of any of these guards that the Sixers have out there.
Paxson over to help, called for the leg lock. Sixers get the new 24. Tomorrow, a couple of Game 5s coming your way here on NBC. It'll be Atlanta and Detroit, Indiana and Boston. Starting 12:30 Eastern Time with Showtime with Bob Costas and Pat Riley. Down to Game 5 between the Hawks and the Pistons and the Pacers and the Celtics.
Those older teams struggled a little bit, the Pistons and the Celtics.
Anderson. And the Bulls now lead 75-57. What a performance last night by the rifleman, Chuck Person, bringing the Pacers from behind to knock off the Celtics.
Yeah, but if he just adds a little bit of emotion to his game, I think he'll be a little bit better.
Cartwright and Barkley on the rebound. Nice lead for Hawkins. And he was hit, took the hip check from Pippen. That's 2 on Pippen.
The Chicago personal fouls on 33.
Barkley threads the needle by firing through the defense, and I'd say it's a little more than a hip check on that one.
Hersey Hawkins to the line and shoot here.
So Hersey Hawkins to the free throw line. He's 3 for 3 from the line. Back to the subject of Boston and Indiana. We'll be on hand to call that one tomorrow, as Gail Gardner reported on Showtime. Celtic players were disappointed with themselves. They felt they were affected by the crowd at Market Square Arena in Indianapolis. The Celtics said they lost their poise last night. How unusual is that to hear?
Well, it's not unusual when you think about the fact that they're experienced, they're veteran guys are the people up front. The ones who have the basketball in their hands the most are the young backcourt people. So perhaps the crowd had an effect on the guards, who in turn don't get it to the big people when they should, where they should.
And over the last couple of years, Celtics have had difficulty with the Pacers in Indianapolis. Pippen. And again, it's Barkley on the rebound. Here's Park